Welcome to Deal Doctor Livestream. It's Monday and it's 1 o'clock. A couple of 3 weeks ago, thereabouts, I had Brian Boven on with me as a guest, and we talked a little bit about how to prospect for sale by owner listings. And we talked a lot about what their mindset was and how it's important to stay in front of them, but we didn't really provide you an actual system for doing that. And let's go back first of all and talk about their mindset. Basically, FSBOs don't see a value in what you offer. And we're having fun today here. We're in a little different location, so we're all good with that. Anyway, so they don't see a value in what you offer yet, but they may. And the only thing that's going to change a FSBO's time, you're not going to change their mind. What will change their mind is time. Eventually they'll get to a point, and we don't know when that is, whether it's a week or a month or whatever, that they will start to say, well, you know what, we're not having success here. Maybe we need to talk to a realtor. And your objective in prospecting for sale by owners is to be at the top of their mind when they change their mind and when they decide to call out for a real estate agent. You want to be the one they think of. So this this system is very simple. And we're going to walk through it. It looks a little odd, but we're going to walk through it one step at a time. And before I do that, though, I want to mention that it doesn't matter what you send. You can have a whole bunch of postcards made up, and you could take articles from Realtor.com and reprint them with the copyright included. You know, your local board, if you're talking about stats, maybe the 5-star Connect information that we provide. Any of that information, whatever it is, you can create 100 pieces for each week of essentially what amounts to 9 weeks. So let's walk through that and I'll show you how it works. First of all, on week 1, your assignment for week 1 is to go out, drive around, and find 10 names and addresses. Names, addresses, phone numbers. You'll find them on the for sale by owner sign right out in the yard. And what I would encourage you to do is to go to the county records and make sure that whatever the owner is that's on the county records is the one that's showing up for you. And now you have 10 names, not 8 names, not 12 names. You want to keep it as simple and manageable as possible. So the first week you collect 10 names. On the Monday after that, the very first Monday, you take those 10 names and you put it on top of this pile, the week 2 pile or the Monday pile. And what you're going to do is you're going to send out whatever it is you have for week 1 to the 10 names on your first list, your first week's list. Easy peasy. 10 names, that's all, 10 things. That's the first week, the second week. Okay. Then, during that second week, you're also going to go out and you're going to collect 10 more names. Then, the next Monday, you're going to move the list over to week 2 and the new list on, actually week 3, and the new list to week 2. Simple. You send out the new list, 10 items, mail to 10 people, and the same thing with the first list goes to the pile in the second pile of things to go out. So you keep moving this week after week as you move down the row. Now, if you can set this up in your basement or in an extra room, garage, whatever you can do, if you can leave it out during the period of time that you're going to do this prospecting, it's going to be a lot easier than if you have to pull it out and try to manage it that way. So, as you move down the list, you just keep adding another list each week and moving down and mailing those things out as you go. Simple, right? When you get to week 6, now we're going to go call or visit. Okay? Call or visit on week 6. So we've now had the very first touch when maybe you knocked on the door, said, hi, I'm a real estate agent. Here's my business card. How can I, is there anything I can do to help you sell your home? And they're going to say, no, thanks, go on. And then the second touch for them is going to be on week 2 when you send it out on Monday. The reason we send it out on Monday is because they've already had their open house and had no success over the weekend. Monday morning they're thinking about, well, do we really want to do this? Well, they might go another week, so on Monday the following week you send out the next one, and the next one, and the next one. On week 6, you call them. Week 7, you go back to it. Week 8, 9, 10, keep going. And on the last week, week 12, on Monday you call or visit, okay? It's a very simple, and if they don't do anything by then, throw them away. They're not going to make a decision to hire you, most likely. But the likelihood is that they will make a decision on talking to someone. Now, over the course of 10 weeks here, give or take, 12 weeks actually, over the course of 12 weeks, how many listings are you going to get out of that? Well, by my calculations, we've reached about 90 to 100 people, right? I'm guessing that out of those, you might list 5 listings, and in today's market, you're probably going to sell 4 of them. Let's calculate that out. If you sell 4 of them, even at a relatively low price point, let's say $150,000, $175,000, you're going to be looking at $4,000 to $5,000 in a commission check, times 4 or 5, that's $20,000 to $25,000 in a commission per quarter. So doing this system alone could generate you somewhere in the neighborhood of $100,000 a year in income. I've seen other agents do it. Tony Lewis built a career on this very simple system. And what he did is he actually hired his family members to do it for him. He would come and collect all of the names and plop them down on week 1, and then they would move them as they mailed these things out throughout the next 10 weeks. And he didn't do anything except go on listing appointments and put up listings and sell them. So this, again, there's a very simple system, and I hope it's clear. But if you have any questions on it, let me know. We'll answer your questions for you. So I'm looking at Craig Dunlap over here right now. Actually, I'm going to put him on the spot because Craig was one of my most favorite competitors back in the day when we were both working expireds and FSBOs and all of that. And I'm going to just turn to him and maybe pan over to him and say, Craig, what do you think of this system?
I think it's a great system. I think that if they would stay faithful to it, that they're going to make a lot of money.
I would agree. So there you have it from a couple of old dogs, well, at least one and a young guy over here, Craig, who have used this kind of system, and it's worked for us, and hopefully it'll work for you too. Any questions? We have any questions on it, Dom? Again, doesn't matter what you send. If you go to Prospects Plus, for example, you can have 8 to 10 postcards made up and use those in piles around the table. So I hope this helps, and any questions, post them. We'll try to answer them later today. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next week.